que se puede, querer que se pueda, quitarse los miedos, sacarlos afuera, pintarse la cara, color esperanza, tentar al futuro.
Good morning, Santa Clarita. This is Bill Miranda. I'm here with my co-host Patsy Ayala and my co-host Carlos Villalobos of Villalobos Insurance. This program is brought to you by Villalobos Insurance. Villalobos Insurance provides you with quotes, places you can file claims at. You can change your policy all on their website. Their website is www.insurewithcvinsurance. Let me say that again. www.insurewithcvins.com. Carlos, welcome to the show again.
Thank you very much for having me again. It's always a pleasure.
It's a pleasure, and it's a pleasure, Patsy, to have you back. I understand you took a little trip.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I was so happy that last time I was even by phone on the show.
By phone from Mexico.
Yes.
First time ever. First time ever. Did
that was
you know
a good
that?
experience.
That was the first time ever we had a phone call from Mexico.
The entire show.
The entire show. You did great.
It was fun to still be connected, even though I was far away, but being in touch with the community and knowing what you were doing and listening to Carlos Villalobos and everything. So it was nice.
It was very nice. Listen, our show is about querer es poder. Where there's a will, there's a way. And so one of the things we try to do during our show is we try and highlight people who have had challenges in their lives to become successful. And I want to take some time today. You know, we have Carlos on the show all the time, and Carlos sponsors the show. But I want to take some time today and really delve into Carlos and his background and how he went from where he started to where he is today. What do you think?
Nice. I can't wait to listen to that story. How did you end it here?
I can't wait to tell it. I didn't know I was going to tell it.
So, Carlos, tell us about yourself.
Well, let's see. It's an interesting story. I started back in 1981, to be exact, and I was working in the restaurant business, and I was tired of working 60 hours a day. A week, I should say, not a day. There's not that many hours in a day. And I was reading the paper, and it said, do you want to drive a Cadillac? Do you want to make endless amount of money? And, you know, being young and not too smart, I go, sure. So I applied. Next thing I know, I was selling insurance. And I've been doing that ever since.
So you saw an ad in the paper.
Yep.
For an insurance agent.
And it wasn't even an insurance agent. Back then, it was going door to door to business people selling disability insurance. Really tough, really hard. But I guess that's where I got started because I enjoyed going door to door, talking to different people, talking to gardeners, pulling them off and saying, hey, I got a product for you for $49 a month. And if you get hurt, you're going to get money from this carrier. And then the next thing you know, it led to another opportunity. And then in 1989, I joined Farmers Insurance with my own agency. And then I did that for 24 years. I really, really had a good time. Farmers was really good to me. But then I had to reinvent myself again. And I said, my wife didn't like this, but I go, honey, I'm going to resign from Farmers, retire, and I'm going to start my own agency. And
she didn't like that.
Well, she said, are you crazy?
She said, go out and make money.
She goes, you've been doing this for so long. And I said, well, you know what? If I can do this, I'm going to be even more successful being an independent agent. And it's been great. For the last year and a half, it's just been absolutely fabulous.
Patsy, I have met his lovely wife, Layla. She's a wonderful person. And she's his biggest fan. She supports him wholeheartedly.
That's good always to have someone in I mean, if you have the support of your family, everything is easier, work and whatever
Correct.
you're doing. So since the beginning, you're helping people. I mean, because at the end, you're helping people with the insurance.
It's a passion. I take joy in it. I take pride in it. It's a good feeling when I go to bed that if something should have happened to whoever it is that I'm dealing with, that they're fully protected. And that's important because, there's a lot of gaps in insurance nowadays that A lot of agents are just trying to sell anything just to make a dollar. And I never did that from the beginning. It was like, this is what you need. And if they didn't like that, then I would walk away and let somebody else write it, because at the moment of truth, when you really need it, you got to make sure it works.
And you feel protected. I mean, knowing that there's something there. One person was telling me, if you don't want you to have anything bad, get insured. Because if you are not insured, sometimes things happen. And when you are, I don't know, for some reason she was telling me never happened anything to me when I'm insured.
That is true. But the other side of the coin is a lot of Latinos, life insurance. They don't buy life insurance because they feel that if they get life insurance, something's going to happen to them.
They're going to die.
And that's a misconception. Yeah, and it's very true. I'm Hispanic. I'm from Argentina, even though I've been brought up here in the States. And that's just an assumption that they make. They don't want to leave the benefit to Sancho. And anybody in the land community knows what that is.
Yeah, but is that easy? Like, for example, if your family is going to have the same way of life you're having if you are, without insurance, okay. But if not, you should get an insurance right away.
100%.
We're going to take a break right now. When we come back, I want to continue talking because your story is very interesting, and I want to get back into some of the details. But I will say this. One of the reasons Carlos is so successful is because his tagline is, "We insure your family's future," since 1981. This is Bill Miranda, Querer es Poder, on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.